Welcome. There's something deeply satisfying about watching a garden grow. Tending plants connects us to nature's rhythm and rewards patience. But even with care, plants sometimes struggle, often due to simple misunderstandings. Today, we'll uncover 7 common mistakes that can hold your garden back. By learning what to do, you'll help your plants truly thrive. Let's dig in and discover how to avoid these pitfalls. Overwatering is a classic mistake, one that even experienced plant parents can sometimes make. It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that more water equals a happier plant, but the reality is often quite different. We shower our plants with what we believe is care and attention, but sometimes that very act of kindness can be detrimental to their health. Understanding the nuances of watering is crucial for any plant enthusiast. Too much kindness in the form of excessive watering can quite literally drown your plants. It's a common misconception that plants need constant moisture, but their needs are far more nuanced than that. Think of it like this. We need water to survive, but we can't live underwater. Plants are similar. They need water, but their roots also require something equally vital: air. Roots need air as much as water. They're not just there to anchor the plant, they're living, breathing organisms that require oxygen to function properly. The roots are the lifeline of the plant, responsible for absorbing water and essential nutrients from the soil. Without adequate air circulation, these vital functions are severely compromised. When soil becomes completely saturated, it effectively suffocates them. The water fills all the air pockets in the soil, preventing the roots from accessing the oxygen they desperately need. This creates an anaerobic environment, which is detrimental to the health and well-being of your plant. Waterlogged roots can't absorb nutrients efficiently. The lack of oxygen impairs their ability to perform this crucial task, leading to nutrient deficiencies even if the soil is rich in essential elements. The plant essentially starves, despite being surrounded by what it needs, and in this weakened state, they become vulnerable to rot and disease. The anaerobic conditions in waterlogged soil create a breeding ground for harmful bacteria and fungi that attack the roots, causing them to decay and rot. This can quickly spread throughout the plant, leading to its demise. Above ground, the symptoms of overwatering, such as yellowing and wilting leaves, can often be mistaken for underwatering. This is where things get tricky, as the natural instinct is to add more water, exacerbating the problem. But the cause is the opposite of what it appears. The plant is suffering not from a lack of water, but from an excess of it. It's crucial to be able to differentiate between the signs of overwatering and underwatering to provide the correct care. Always check soil moisture before watering. This is the golden rule of plant care. Don't rely on a fixed schedule. Instead, assess the actual moisture level in the soil. Poke your finger into the soil, about an inch or 2 deep. If it's damp, wait. Resist the urge to water even if the surface of the soil looks dry. The moisture level deeper down is what matters most. Use pots with drainage holes. This is non-negotiable. Drainage holes allow excess water to escape, preventing the soil from becoming waterlogged. Without them, you're essentially creating a swamp for your plant's roots. And use a well-draining potting mix to keep roots healthy. Avoid using regular garden soil as it tends to be too dense and retains too much water. A well-draining mix will allow excess water to flow through easily, providing the roots with the air they need. Let the top layer of soil dry out between waterings. This encourages the roots to grow deeper in search of moisture, making them stronger and more resilient. It also helps to prevent the buildup of harmful salts and minerals in the soil. Remember, it's generally easier to revive a dry plant than a soggy one. A dehydrated plant can usually bounce back with a good watering, but a plant with root rot is often beyond saving. Learn to read your plant's signals and adjust your watering accordingly. Each plant species has different watering needs, so it's essential to do your research and understand what your specific plant requires. Pay attention to the appearance of the leaves, the texture of the soil, and the overall health of the plant. When it comes to watering, a little restraint goes a long way. It's always better to err on the side of underwatering than overwatering. You can always add more water if needed, but you can't take it away once it's been given. Good drainage and careful watering are the cornerstones of healthy plant care. By providing your plants with the right environment and watering them appropriately, you'll set them up for success. These practices are the foundation of healthy roots, which are the foundation of a thriving plant. Strong, healthy roots are essential for absorbing water and nutrients, anchoring the plant, and protecting it from disease. Listen to your plants. They are constantly communicating their needs through their appearance and growth patterns. By paying close attention, you can learn to understand what they're trying to tell you. They'll tell you what they need, whether it's more light, less water, or a change in temperature. The more you observe and learn, the better you'll become at providing the right care. Avoid overwatering, and you'll prevent most root problems. It's one of the most common mistakes that plant owners make, but it's also one of the easiest to avoid with a little knowledge and attention. Healthy roots mean a thriving plant, a vibrant addition to your home, and a rewarding gardening experience. So, take the time to learn about your plants, water them carefully, and enjoy the beauty they bring to your life. On the flip side, underwatering slowly saps a plant's strength. Wilting, crispy leaf edges, and compacted soil are clear distress signals. Severely dry soil can repel water, so try bottom watering. Set the pot in water and let it soak up. For garden beds, water deeply and less often to encourage strong roots. Consistency is key. Don't let your plant swing between drought and flood. A good soak once or twice a week is better than daily sprinkles. Watch for signs of thirst and respond promptly. Healthy hydration keeps plants resilient and productive. Don't let dehydration sneak up on your garden. Water wisely and your plants will reward you. Balance is everything. Healthy plants start with healthy soil. It's the foundation upon which your entire garden thrives. Think of it as providing the perfect home for your plants, a place where they can access all the essential elements they need to flourish. Neglecting your soil is like building a house on a shaky foundation. Eventually, things will start to crumble. Soil isn't just dirt, it's so much more than that. It's not just an inert substance. It's a dynamic and complex ecosystem teeming with life. It's a living foundation full of nutrients and life. A single handful of healthy soil can contain billions of microorganisms, all working together to break down organic matter and make nutrients available to your plants. This intricate web of life is what truly fuels your garden's success. Compacted or depleted soil stunts roots and starves plants. When soil is compacted, it restricts the flow of air and water, making it difficult for roots to penetrate and absorb the nutrients they need. Depleted soil, on the other hand, lacks the essential nutrients that plants require for healthy growth. Avoid using old, tired potting mix. Over time, potting mix loses its nutrients and structure, becoming less able to support healthy plant growth. It's best to start with fresh, high-quality potting mix each season, or heavy clay in containers. Clay soil tends to retain too much water, which can lead to root rot and other problems. In containers, this issue is amplified, making it even more crucial to avoid heavy clay soil. The best soil is loose, crumbly, and rich in organic matter. This type of soil provides excellent drainage, aeration, and nutrient retention, creating the ideal environment for healthy root growth. Add compost or well-rotted manure to improve structure and fertility. Compost and manure are excellent sources of organic matter, which helps to improve soil structure, drainage, and nutrient content. They also provide a food source for beneficial microorganisms, further enhancing soil health. Sandy soil drains too fast, clay holds too much water. Both extremes can be detrimental to plant health. Sandy soil struggles to retain moisture and nutrients, while clay soil can become waterlogged, suffocating roots. Aim for a balanced loam. Loam is the ideal soil type, as it contains a balanced mix of sand, silt, and clay, providing excellent drainage, aeration, and nutrient retention. It's the sweet spot that most plants thrive in. Refresh potting soil each season to ensure your container plants have access to the nutrients they need. Over time, potting soil becomes depleted, so it's important to replace it regularly. And mulch garden beds annually. Mulch helps to retain moisture, suppress weeds, and regulate soil temperature, creating a more favorable environment for plant growth. Feed your soil, and it will feed your plants. By providing your soil with the nutrients and organic matter it needs, you're essentially setting the table for your plants to thrive. Check your soil before planting to identify any potential problems and address them before they impact your plants. A little soil testing can go a long way in preventing future issues. Does it look and smell healthy? Healthy soil should have a dark, rich color and a pleasant, earthy smell. If it looks pale or smells sour, it may be lacking in nutrients or have drainage problems. Good soil means strong roots and vibrant growth. When plants have access to the nutrients and support they need, they're able to develop strong, healthy root systems, which in turn leads to vigorous growth above ground. Don't neglect what's beneath the surface. The health of your plants is directly tied to the health of their root systems, so it's essential to pay attention to what's going on beneath the soil. Invest in your soil for a flourishing garden. By taking the time to improve your soil, you're investing in the long-term health and beauty of your garden. It's an investment that will pay off in spades, with healthier, more vibrant plants and a more bountiful harvest. Right plant, right place. This simple phrase encapsulates a fundamental principle of successful gardening. It's about understanding the specific needs of each plant and matching those needs to the conditions available in your garden. It's the cornerstone of creating a thriving and sustainable landscape. Is the golden rule? Ignoring this rule can lead to disappointment, frustration, and ultimately, plant failure. But when you get it right, the rewards are abundant. Healthy, vigorous plants that flourish with minimal intervention. Sun-loving plants in shade become weak and leggy. They stretch desperately towards any available light source, resulting in etiolated growth and a lack of blooms. They become pale imitations of their potential selves, vulnerable to pests and diseases. Shade lovers in sunscorch and wilt. Their delicate leaves, adapted to filtered light, are quickly burned and desiccated by the intense solar radiation. They struggle to survive, let alone thrive, in such harsh conditions. Know your plant's light needs. It's the first step in ensuring their well-being. Understanding whether a plant requires full sun, partial shade, or full shade is crucial for its survival and optimal growth. Full sun, part shade, or full shade. These terms refer to the amount of direct sunlight a plant needs each day. Full sun generally means at least 6 hours of direct sunlight, part shade means 4 to 6 hours, and full shade means less than 4 hours. Observe your garden's sun patterns before planting. Take the time to track how the sun moves across your yard throughout the day and during different seasons. Note which areas receive direct sunlight, which are shaded, and for how long. Microclimates matter. They are localized areas within your garden that have different environmental conditions than the surrounding area. Walls, wind, and low spots all affect plant health. A south-facing wall, for example, can create a hot, dry microclimate, while a low-lying area may be prone to frost and waterlogging. Windy spots can dry out plants quickly, while sheltered areas may be more humid. Read plant labels and match them to your conditions. Plant labels provide valuable information about a plant's light, water, and soil requirements. Carefully consider these factors when choosing a location for your plants. Don't force a plant where it won't thrive. It's better to choose a different plant that is better suited to the conditions you have than to try to force a plant to grow in an unsuitable environment. Embrace your garden's unique environment. Choose plants that suit it. Work with the conditions you have rather than trying to change them. This will lead to a more sustainable and successful garden. A shady spot? Try ferns and hostas. These plants are well adapted to low-light conditions and can thrive in areas where other plants struggle. Sun-baked patio? Go for succulents and herbs. These plants are drought-tolerant and can withstand the intense heat and sunlight of a patio. Set your plants up for success from the start. By carefully considering their needs and matching them to the right location, you'll give them the best possible chance to thrive. The right location means less stress and more blooms. When plants are happy and healthy, they are more likely to produce abundant flowers and foliage. Work with nature, not against it. Observe your local environment and choose plants that are native or well adapted to your region. This will create a more sustainable and resilient garden. Your garden will thank you. By following the golden rule of right plant, right place, you'll create a beautiful, thriving garden that brings you joy for years to come. Gardens are alive with all sorts of creatures, some helpful allies, some potentially harmful. Ignoring pests or disease early on lets small problems quickly become big ones. Regularly inspect leaves, stems, and even the soil itself for any early signs of trouble. Look closely for holes, sticky residue, webbing, or any other odd spots. Early action is always best. Remove any visible pests by hand or use a gentle spray of water. Encourage beneficial insects and welcome ladybirds and delicate lacewings. Use insecticidal soap or horticultural oil carefully for those persistent pests. Don't rush to harsh chemicals. Balance is absolutely key. Healthy, vigorous plants resist pests much better, so always focus on prevention. Stay observant in your garden and act quickly to keep your entire garden healthy. A little early vigilance really saves a lot of trouble. Keep your garden ecosystem in a healthy balance. It's tempting to plant closely for instant impact, but overcrowding causes problems. Plants need space for roots, light, and air. Crowded roots compete for water and nutrients. Leaves block each other's sun. Poor airflow encourages disease. Always check the mature size on plant labels and space accordingly. It may look sparse at first, but patience pays off. Well-spaced plants grow stronger and healthier. If you've overcrowded, thin or transplant to give each plant room. Divide perennials regularly to keep them vigorous. Good spacing means less disease and more blooms. Trust the process. Your garden will fill in beautifully. Give your plants room to breathe. They'll reward you with lush growth. Fertilizer isn't a cure. All using the wrong type or too much can harm plants. Nitrogen boosts leaves, phosphorus aids roots, and flowers, potassium strengthens overall health. Match fertilizer to your plant's needs and growth stage. Too much nitrogen means lots of leaves, few flowers or fruit. Over-fertilizing burns roots and stunts growth. Plants in rich soil may not need extra feeding containers, usually do. Always follow label instructions, dilute, and don't overdo it. Weekly is a good rule for feeding. Fertilize as a gentle supplement, not a quick fix. The right feed at the right time makes all the difference. Feed wisely for healthy, happy plants. There you have it. 7 common gardening mistakes to avoid. Every misstep is a lesson. Gardening is about learning and adapting. Share your own tips and stories in the comments below. Together we grow as gardeners and as a community. If you found this helpful, like and subscribe for more gardening wisdom. Until next time, happy gardening. May your plants thrive.